a world of obstacles, when suffering can feel endless, there are those of us who stand up and do something about it, who work tirelessly to improve the lives of all beings, no matter what we're up against or what it takes. In 2021, PETA's members and supporters helped us achieve enormous victories in our fight to end speciesism, from getting individual animals out of dire situations through our hands-on rescue work to organizing demonstrations and corporate outreach that could prevent millions of animals from suffering around the world.
We persuaded even more companies and governmental agencies to replace cruel, archaic animal tests with human-relevant methods. To meet the booming demand for delicious vegan foods as we continued to educate the public about the benefits of going vegan, to phase out animal-derived materials in favor of animal-friendly clothing, including pressuring Canada Goose to end its use of fur in the face of our tenacious activism, and to stop sponsoring cruelty to animals at circuses and other spectacles, such as pushing for the first drug-free Triple Crown horse races and a ban on an infamous horse trainer, and partnering to promote a robotic dolphin that will soon be able to replace captive animals at marine parks.
Study finds dolphins are more similar to humans than previously thought. That's the headline. The honest headline should have read, "So why don't you swim around in a tank at SeaWorld?" asked dolphins.
A picture can be worth 1,000 words, so we used heartbreaking footage from investigators and whistleblowers to expose the pain and misery that animals endure when they're exploited for profit, and to ensure that fewer animals suffer the same fate. In response to our investigation into Plainville Farms, a disingenuously labeled humane supplier at which workers kicked, stomped, and bludgeoned turkeys, the company fired 13 workers and its products were pulled from Whole Foods shelves. When our investigation into Molten Chinchilla Ranch revealed that over 1,000 chinchillas were being confined to wire-floored cages and deprived of veterinary care and everything that's natural and important to them, a search warrant was executed, animals were seized, and a USDA judge subsequently stripped the owner of his license to operate as a wholesale dealer for the pet trade or animal experimentation industry. We also released first-of-its-kind footage of a beagle puppy mill that supplies laboratories. The pups and their mothers were caged in barren kennels, sprayed with a high-pressure hose, and killed without veterinary oversight, resulting in the opening of a landmark investigation into the facility by the USDA.
On behalf of the countless animals treated like test tubes for whom pain and misery are inescapable, we prompted the EPA to abolish a test in which painful pesticides were applied to their bare skin, prompted the Chinese government to allow imported cosmetics to be sold without testing on animals, and helped researchers learn how to conduct newly approved skin allergy tests that don't use animals. Our legal team filed a groundbreaking constitutional lawsuit to protect owls from enduring brain damage and being killed at Johns Hopkins University. And we continued to score victories against deplorable roadside zoos through negotiations, lawsuits, and USDA citations.
Festus chimpanzee complex no longer exists. A court ordered the chimps removed while U.S. Marshals kept watch.
Trouble for the cronies of the Tiger King.
Former wildlife and meat owner Tim Starr permanently banned from having big cats without court approval.
50 federal agents raided Jeff Lowe's wild animal park in Thackerville, Oklahoma.
As our society is increasingly bombarded with all forms of media, it's vitally important that we adapt our campaigning so that it continues to stand out and our members and activists prove to be up to the challenge with some of our most visually striking protests of all time. Victories continue to flow in as a result. Fireworks shows were canceled to protect wildlife. The military stopped killing animals for Cobra Gold training. ExxonMobil and other companies dropped their sponsorship of the heartless Iditarod. And more national chains dropped coconut products obtained through forced monkey labor, while we aided in PETA Asia's rescue of some of those same monkeys, who now live in a beautiful sanctuary where they can climb, play, and bond with other monkeys.
With large gatherings still banned, we hosted virtual events to reach the public, such as our massive Not Your Usual Animal Rights Conference, and our youth-led movement, Students Opposing Speciesism, hosted virtual events for young people across the country. Our social media team's posts were seen more than 630 million times, educating the public on serious issues while also making them laugh along the way.
PETA last week called on Major League Baseball to stop using the term bullpen. Instead, they suggested using the more animal-friendly term arm barn. We're going to do some now. For example, the supermarket chain Piggly Wiggly, they suggested changing the broccoli woccoli.
And we worked with both new and familiar faces to spread our message that animals don't belong to us and that respect must replace domination.
It is a trailblazer like you've never seen it before, covered from head to toe in lettuce. Pretty cool.
It does look cool.
Let me introduce you to a little life hack called petfinder.com. It has as many filters as Tinder, but these pups won't mansplain Joni Mitchell's back catalog to you with a piece of feta cheese stuck to their bottom lip.
The bottom line here is that the animals used in these unnecessary and cruel experiments suffer.
Nuestra tarea debe ser romper con estos prejuicios y vernos reflejados en todos los demás.
And through it all, we never stopped working to save individual animals, like Oreo, who was treated like a punching bag in a disturbing video posted on social media. After PETA was alerted by a concerned viewer, we worked with local police to have the cat seized and taken for emergency care. And Oreo now lives with a loving guardian who makes sure that his new life is free of pain and filled with joy and friends.
We also rescued as many other dogs, ducks, chinchillas, foxes, bears, and other individual animals as we could, and got charges filed and held protests to ensure that abusers could never hurt animals again.
We delivered nearly 160 sturdy dog houses and 1,300 bales of straw bedding to protect dogs chained up outdoors from the elements, and spayed or neutered more than 13,000 cats and dogs to help curb the homeless animal crisis.
Y'all doing a wonderful job.
No matter what was needed, PETA was ready to help day or night, fighting for an end to speciesism around the world. We are committed to improving the lives of all animals, no matter what they look like, whether they're loved or despised, or what their predicament. On behalf of all of us, thank you so much for supporting this truly vital work in 2022 and beyond.